Bud Abbott was born on October 2, 1897, in either Reading, Pennsylvania, or Asbury Park, New Jersey, depending on different accounts. Regardless of the exact location, his early years were marked by a deep connection to the entertainment world. His parents, Harry and Ray Abbott, worked with the renowned Barnum and Bailey Circus, a backdrop that would later influence Bud's career. Raised in an environment where performance and spectacle were ever present, he was exposed to the rhythms of show business from a young age. The influence of circus life likely helped develop his innate sense of timing and audience connection, crucial traits for the comedic genius he would become. Starting his journey into entertainment, Bud Abbott faced many early challenges that shaped his future success. His first important step was working at theaters like the Casino Theater in Brooklyn, where he learned about show business from the ground up. During this time, he performed in vaudeville, a lively part of entertainment that included a wide range of acts like dog shows, singers, dancers, and comedians. Vaudeville was a bustling world full of different talents and styles, and it gave Bud many chances to develop his skills. He spent time both performing on stage and working behind the scenes, observing and learning from experienced performers. From these seasoned artists, he learned the little details that make comedy and entertainment work, such as timing, delivery, and how to connect with an audience. The years Bud spent in vaudeville were tough, but rewarding. They exposed him to the hard work it takes to succeed in show business and helped him become more adaptable. These early experiences gave him a solid foundation, teaching him the importance of perseverance and versatility. The lessons he learned during this time stayed with him and played a big role in his rise to become a well-known comedian and actor, preparing him for the many successes he would later enjoy in his career. After meeting Lou Costello in the mid to late 1930s, Bud Abbott found a partnership that would leave a lasting mark on comedy. Their collaboration started softly, but soon grew into something more powerful as they developed routines that combined quick, sharp wit with physical humor. Buddha, ability to deliver clever lines and keep the timing precise balance perfectly with Luau's natural charm and amusingly clumsy style. Together, they created a unique comic chemistry that audiences loved. Their routines often mixed clever wordplay, like their famous Who's on First sketch, with slapstick humor that made people laugh out loud. This routine became a hallmark of their act, helping them rise quickly in popularity. Their big break came when they started performing on the radio, especially on The Kate Smith Show. It was on this platform that their chemistry soared, and their sketches reached millions of listeners across the country. Their performances showed that comedy could be a mix of brains and physical comedy, and audiences responded eagerly. Their partnership was not just a business arrangement, but a true meeting of two creative minds who understood how to tell a joke and entertain. Together, Abbott and Costello became one of the most famous comedy duos of all time, changing how comedy was seen and performed. Their routines and timing influenced many comedians who came after them, setting a standard for humorous storytelling that still endures today. Building on their popularity on radio, Abbott and Costello made a successful leap into the world of movies by signing with Universal Pictures. Their transition from radio to film was a smart move that helped them reach even wider audiences, and they quickly became box office sensations. In 1941, they starred in a film called Buck Privates, which showcased their unique comedy style combined with stories that many people found easy to relate to. This movie was a big hit and established their place in Hollywood. Over the years, Abbott and Costello put out many more successful films, and their star power kept growing. Among these, their 1945 movie Naughty Nineties is especially remembered for featuring the famous Who's on First routine. This comedy sketch is still celebrated today, as it remains timeless and funny to new generations. Their journey to fame was not just because they had talent. It was also because they knew how to adapt to new ways of entertaining people. Whether they were on stage, radio, or in movies, Abbott and Costello left a lasting impact. Their work helped shape comedy and inspired future comedians who followed after them. Throughout their career, they proved that humor can be powerful and that a good laugh can cross all boundaries of age and time. Their rise to fame was a mixture of clever storytelling, memorable routines, and a talent for connecting with audiences everywhere they performed. Building upon their reputation for comic brilliance, Abbott and Costello's movies went beyond simple laughs. They helped reshape Hollywood comedy by blending humor with other genres in inventive ways. One of their most famous films, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, released in 1948, is a prime example of their innovative spirit. In this movie, they combined comedy with horror, a daring move that was quite new at the time. Their use of humor made the classic horror genre more accessible and engaging for audiences. The pairing of their comedic timing with the genre familiar monster saw, such as Bela Lugosi, Dracula, and Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman, created scenes that were both funny and genuine. The way they interacted with these iconic characters was seamless, making the horror elements even more memorable. Their ability to parody well-known genres without losing the story edge, integrity set them apart from other comedians. Films like Hold That Ghost, made in 1941, and The Time of Their Lives, from 1946, also showed how adaptable they were, able to switch between comedy and other types of stories with ease. These films became classics, appreciated for their clever humor, charm, and the courage to mix genres in a way that was both entertaining and groundbreaking. Abbott and Costello work in these movies helped to break new ground in Hollywood, and is still remembered today for its wit and creative spirit. After achieving fame and wealth through their work, Bud Abbott faced serious financial struggles that many might find surprising given his success. Despite earning millions during their peak years, Abbott and Lou Costello encountered financial instability that stemmed largely from poor management and tax problems. Abbott, in particular, owed the government a massive amount of money, around $750,000, an enormous debt that created intense pressure and hardship. To pay off this debt, Abbott had to make difficult choices. He sold his house, a significant and emotional decision, and also parted with his wife's jewelry, which held sentimental value. These hardships reveal a different side of Abbott, showing that even those who appear successful can face serious financial difficulties. Their story reminds us that fame can be fleeting, and without careful financial planning, wealth can disappear quickly. It also highlights how important financial management is, especially during a time when entertainers did not have many tools or resources to protect their earnings. The struggles of Abbott and Costello humanize them and remind us that behind the laughter and entertainment, they face real challenges and vulnerabilities. Their experiences serve as a warning about the risks of mismanagement and the importance of careful money handling, especially in a tough and unpredictable industry where financial security is never guaranteed. After years of working side by side, Bud Abbott's partnership with Lou Costello officially dissolved in 1957, ending a chapter that had a profound impact on comedy and popular culture. Their collaboration had begun years earlier, and together they created a style of humor that captured the hearts of audiences across America. It was more than just a professional bond. They became known as one of the most beloved comedy duos, and their routines often featured witty wordplay and physical comedy that still resonates today. However, despite their success, the relationship was not without difficulties. Over time, mounting tensions grew, fueled by creative differences and financial pressures that tested their friendship. Years of intense collaboration took a toll, and the cracks in their partnership widened until it became clear that they needed to go separate ways. The split marked the end of an era, as Abbott and Costello's routines had become a vital part of entertainment history, influencing many comedians who followed. Sadly, their breakup was overshadowed by tragedy when Lou Costello passed away suddenly in 1959 from a heart attack at the age of 52. His death left Bud Abbott and fans devastated, not only losing a talented comic, but also marking the final chapter in a remarkable era of laughter. Despite their struggles and the eventual end of their partnership, the legacy of Abbott and Costello continues to endure, carried forward by their timeless routines and the special chemistry that made their comedy unforgettable. Following the end of Abbott and Costello in 1957, Bud Abbott found himself in a difficult position. His skills as a straight man were undeniable, yet the change in the entertainment world made it hard for him to find new successful roles. He tried to revive his career by teaming up with Candy Candido, who was known as both a voice actor and a comedian. However, this new act never matched the popularity of the classic duo with Lou Costello. During these years, Abbott also faced personal struggles. He dealt with epilepsy, a condition that caused seizures, and added to his health concerns. Additionally, he began to rely more on alcohol, which worsened his health problems and affected how people saw him. The situation grew worse when he suffered a broken hip, making it difficult for him to move and perform as he once did. These challenges showed how tough it can be for entertainers to stay in the limelight and adjust to life after their time in the spotlight ends. Despite his talent and efforts, Abbott's later years were filled with adversity, revealing the many hurdles that can come after a significant rise to fame. As he entered his later years, Bud Abbott faced many difficulties but showed great resilience. Living on a modest Social Security income, he dealt with serious health problems, including prostate cancer and 2 strokes that left him weakened and in pain. Despite these hardships, Abbott remained a beloved figure to his fans, who continued to remember the happiness he gave them through his work. Many fans sent him letters of encouragement, and some even offered financial help, which touched him deeply during his toughest times. These acts of kindness showed the warmth and appreciation the public still felt for him. Abbott's legacy stayed strong, and even as his body failed him, the influence of his comedy and the fond memories of his performances kept his spirit alive. His humility and willingness to connect with fans reflected his deep character and the special bond he shared with those who admired him. Abbott's life in his later years reminds us that true legacy is not just in fame, but in how we face challenges and remain grateful to those who support us. After a long and successful career in entertainment, Bud Abbott died on April 24, 1974, at his home in Woodland Hills, California. He was 76 years old. His death marked the end of a significant chapter in comedy history. Fans and fellow comedians mourned his loss deeply because he was a bright star in the world of humor. Abbott's life was full of achievements that made many people laugh and forget their troubles. He is best known for his work with Lou Costello, creating the famous comedy duo Abbott and Costello. In their routines, Abbott played the serious, straightforward character, which made Lou Costello's humorous antics even more funny. Abbott's timing was perfect, his wit sharp, and he had a natural talent for making others look good on stage. His ability to be a reliable straight man helped shape the style of comedy that many comedians still look up to today. His work set a high standard, and many performers try to copy his style. Although he is gone, his influence still lives on because of the joy he shared through his comedy. His memory remains in the hearts of those who love classic humor. Fans continue to remember how he could make people laugh with just a look or a simple line, showing that his talents were truly special. Abbott's legacy as a master of comedy endures, inspiring comedians and entertaining audiences long after his passing. Building on the story of Bud Abbott's early years and his roots in circus life, his journey into comedy and performance became a natural extension of his background. Abbott's partnership with Lou Costello transformed him into a comedy legend, creating timeless routines that have endured for generations. His talent for timing, delivery, and understanding what makes people laugh helped shape the comedy duo into an iconic comedy team. As the years went on, Abbott faced both success and challenges, including health issues and changes in the entertainment industry. Despite these hurdles, he continued to influence comedy and mentored future performers. When his life came to an end, it marked the closing of a chapter in entertainment history that had started with circus roots and grew into a legacy that remains influential. His contributions to comedy remind us of the power of laughter and the enduring nature of entertainment. The story of Bud Abbott is a testament to how a childhood filled with spectacle and performance can lead to a career that leaves a lasting imprint on the